Hey everyone, it's Darlene. I have a project to share with you today. This is the box that I created for my partner for the January swap hosted by Jaded Studios on the Secret Squirrel Sisterhood Facebook page. The theme for January was winter romance, and we were to use the colors Victorian teal, vintage pink, cream, and silver. And our challenge was to create a calendar. So the first thing I did was I wasn't really sure what Victorian teal was. I knew what teal was, so I kind of Googled it and was really lucky to have a page that actually had that color on it. So the first thing I did was, rather than to paint my box, I took the easy way out and used silver rub and buff. And I used it all over my box and on the inside, and it just didn't take anything, and it was dry, and it was really pretty. So I was excited to do that. And then for the legs, I used little spools and put some Cynthia Luhu bling around there. I hope you're able to see that under that trim, just to give it a little added interest. But this is my box, and what I did was I looked up with this page from Webster's Pages, and I really liked the page itself without anything on it. But of course, you know, we as crafters, we have to embellish out the yin yang. So I put the paper on the top and the sides, and then down, if you can see this, on the bottom. And I had received this pretty trim from Katina. Hey Katina, and it matched perfectly. So I put that around the sides, and then added the pearl teardrop trim that I put all the way around the box. So these are some of the recollection corners, and I really liked them. Didn't have to do anything to them, and they actually matched perfectly. I had this piece of lace that I've had forever, and I think I got it from Mary Not Martha on Etsy. And then all I basically did was embellish kind of crazy with all the flowers. And my partner really likes pink. I'm not a real big pink person myself. But that's the one thing I like about challenges, is you have to think outside the box and sometimes do something that you normally wouldn't do, or colors you normally wouldn't use. So all of my flowers are Wild Orchid Crafts, except for I put a little Recollections, just like a silver flower here, and then topped it with from Carla's store, a Butterfly Kisses acrylic flower. And I thought it just added this silver that I needed. And I apologize, but this teal color I came up with, I mixed, I don't know how many different Lindy's colors to come up with it. And actually, I thought it turned out pretty good. So I wanted to add a little bit of that color in my flowers. And then, like I said, the page is basically done itself. I added this pearl trim over the pearl that's on the paper itself. This is one of those 99-cent store cameo earrings. Katina sent me some because we do not have that store here where I live. And then I fussy cut this dove bringing on a letter. Kind of made me think of romance, and it's from this Kaiser Craft Sweet Nothings collection. And then just added some pink bling. Excuse me. This is a Tim Holtz ornate plate that I put rub and buff over it because it was more of a bronzy color. And then I just added some of this little trim that I got from Carla. I love this little flower trim. I added a couple of flowers on the side. And I did a haul video, but I've not uploaded it. And these are some little centers that they're on a stem. They come 10 to a pack, $1.99 at Hobby Lobby. And they've got like rhinestones around them and a pearl in the middle. And they come like that. And so I bought all they had because at the time that I purchased them, they were 50% off. So it was a great deal for these. But anyway, then this is just a cutout of roses that I had gotten from Melissa Francis, the Fifth Avenue collection, and then filled the center with glossy accents to give it a little bit of a shine. So that's basically the front of my box. And then I just added these little sweetheart blossoms. I really like these little flowers from Wild Orchid Crafts that you can just put them anywhere. And this is, once again, some color that I mixed up. And I apologize, but I don't have the combination with me right now. It's 5 after 3 in the morning. But anyway, so that's the outside of my box. And then the inside, this is just a vellum sheet that is from Webster's Pages as well. And it didn't need anything. You know, sometimes I think, like I said, we get a little crazy, but I added some little trim around the edge, and then it says unique and special you, and I thought it was just really cool. So I did want to add a little something, and you guys know I love roses, so I put this little pocket over here, and it is usable if she wants to stick something behind it. If not, just leave it alone. And then as you can see, here's my silver rubbing buff. And then for the inside, I'm just really hooked on Die Cuts with a View French Country Stack. I love this paper. And so I thought it kind of went with the whole theme, you know, kind of the colors. And I always like to add a little something to the bottom of the box. So anyway, that's my box for January, and it's going out Thursday. And so I hope my partner really likes it. I know she likes pink. And so anyway, that's my box, and on to my calendar. Now she wanted a mini calendar, and I assumed when I was reading the notes, a mini calendar would be something that you could, you know, carry around in your purse. And I used to do this for all my managers when I supervised stores, and so I thought this would be perfect, but I didn't want to add a bunch of flowers and stuff that's going to fall off and just be more aggravating than it is, you know, usable. So what I went with, and she did not want the colors of the box, so I went with Graphic 45's Communique paper. Just did some fussy cutting here and added some of the red Cynthia Lou Who bling and added some stickles onto the lady on the clock. And then these are just two more of the die cuts from the collection. And here's another one of those 99-cent cameos. This was an earring. And then I added this Cynthia Lou Who bling black ribbon. I took another piece of the paper collection and cut it with my Martha Stewart scallop punch. And I added the bling around. So here's the back. You can see more of this extra paper I put here. And I really like to transition opposing, you know, squares and stripes or flowers and stripes or whatever. That's a fashion thing. But anyway, I added more of the bling. And I used an eyelet to use this thing to secure it so it would stay closed. And then just put the Graphic 45 little sign there. And so it's held together by Velcro. I hope this stays on here for her. I'm just a little bit concerned about it. Wasn't real happy with it, but I think it'll be fine because you don't want this flopping around. So this is actually a 2-year calendar, and it's just one of those little calendars you pick up. It's got portraits and stuff on it, and so I thought it would be easier to do than just to try to put the calendar in there. Plus, there's so much more opportunity for information as personal information, and then in the back it has addresses. And so I embellished the inside with another tag from the paper collection. And then this is a usable little pocket in case she wants to put coupons or something in there. Or if she has business cards, she could slide those in there. This was a 7 Gypsies envelope that I had that was hideously colored. So I covered it with the paper collection. So I thought that turned out pretty good. And then the last page is another piece of the paper collection, another 7 Gypsies. This is a library ticket card holder. And then this is from, let's see if I can get it. This is just from the Graphic 45 paper collection itself. And there's the back matches the pocket itself. So anyway, that is my calendar. And I really like it. I would carry this. I like it because it doesn't have, like I said, a bunch of flowers and stuff that's going to fall off. And I tried to do what she wanted, and that was a mini for her purse. So anyway, hope she likes it. Can't wait to watch the video when she gets it. And you guys have a great afternoon, or not, morning, whatever. and I will talk with you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.